Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We got some very strange news here. If you remember or if you are familiar with the issue, but I posted a video yesterday regarding the phone call between President Biden and President Xi Jinping of China, where they talked about Taiwan and China warned the Americans about or against Pelosi's visit in Taiwan. On Friday, I think she's supposed to go with some other elected officials in an Asian trip to do, I don't know exactly what, I don't know if they go to Thailand or not, but so now we see China's friends and allies intervening and showing support for the Chinese, obviously, and I'm talking about the Russians. These are very, very strange, not strange, normal, but for people who are not familiar with the issue, they will say, oh my God, what's going on here, man? Since when? Well, since these guys dropped the ball and they pushed them together. So this article comes from Associated Press from July 29, 2022. This is the title. Kremlin warns US against, quote-unquote, provocative moves towards China. So that means when there are, I know the guys they have their heads in the sand here will say, what are you gonna do about it? You're tangled in Ukraine. You have nothing. Why don't you just take care of Ukraine? That's how these guys reason, the ideologues here. So the Kremlin on Friday offered strong support to China amid the tensions over Taiwan, warning the United States against any provocative moves that could exacerbate the situation. Isn't that interesting? They show direct support. Chinese President Xi Jinping warned against meddling in China's dealings with Taiwan during a phone call yesterday, with US President Joe Biden. Speaking in a call with reporters, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, yeah, you guessed him, said that Russia staunchly supports China's sovereignty and territorial integrity. People will say, what about Ukraine? Well, if you kill our own people over there, we had to intervene. How about that? Quote unquote, we believe. I like when people say we believe. Believe, as I said, it's anyway, instead of saying we think or we assess or we, I don't know, reason or something else, where it includes brains. We believe that no other country has the right to call that into doubt or take any provocative steps, Peskov said. He warned the US against destructive moves, adding that such behavior on the international arena could only exacerbate tensions as the world is already overloaded with regional and global problems. End quote. The tough statement reflects close ties between Moscow and Beijing, which have grown stronger since Russia sent its troops into Ukraine on February 24th. I challenge that statement. I think they grew stronger. About 2 years ago, they were sealed, signed with the blood and everything. This is just an occasion where an opportunity for them to show their support to one another. That's what it is. It's like you train, and then you go to a competition and you fight over there. Fighting is the result of training, but the training was there. So you just show what you were already for. It's just, put it in practice. Putin. The tough China has refused to criticize Russia's action, blaming the US and NATO for provoking Moscow, and has blasted punishing sanctions imposed on Moscow. The Chinese government gave no indication Xi and Biden discussed possible plans by US House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to visit Taiwan, which the ruling Communist Party says has no right to conduct foreign relations. But Xi rejected, and I'm quoting, interference by external forces, end quote, that might encourage Taiwan to try to make its decades-old de facto independence permanent. And I'm quoting what Xi said. Resolutely, safeguarding China's national sovereignty and territorial integrity is the firm will of the more than 1.4 billion Chinese people, foreign ministry, not Xi. Spokesperson Zhao Lijiang said Friday, and I'm quoting, "Those who play with fire will perish by it." The tough language from Xi, who usually tries to appear to be above political disputes and makes blandly positive public comments, suggests that Chinese leaders might believe Washington didn't understand the seriousness of previous warnings about Taiwan. You think? And he says, might believe. I think that's what it is. It's the same as Russians with Ukraine. Back off, back off, back off. For how many years? Red line, red line, red line. Our patience runs out. Our patience, you test our patience, test our patience. And the problem is, they really wanted that. So, they said, come on, man. Russia, do it. Come on. And the guys, hey, the same here. Come on, Taiwan. Come on, China. Do it. Okay, China, you just keep talking. Oh my God, for the past 5 years you increase but you don't get to that. So yeah, I think I personally, I don't believe. I think that it's exactly what it's been planned. That's my personal assessment, not beliefs. So Taiwan and China split in 1949 following a civil war that ended with a communist victory on the mainland. They have no official relations but are linked by billions of dollars of trade and investment. Both sides say they are one country but disagree over the government over which government is entitled to national leadership. Well, that's up to them to decide that, not for America or for Russia or for France to decide, don't you think? Doesn't mean you can't have allies, but at one point the allies take over you, like Europe. European Union is taken over by some other guys. Germany don't have to get into that now, but that's what it is. Don't let your sovereignty and your foreign policy and your policy in general be dictated by your friends and so-called and allies, because the thing is, tell me when you heard the European Union imposing a policy in, let's say, United States and some other country. You don't hear that. Why? How? Do you think the servant would tell the master what to do? No. So it's obvious who's who and what's what here. When you hear Germany saying, United States, we disagree with your invasion of that country, that country, that country, then I would say, yeah, you grew some little nuts over there. But as of now, yours were twisted and pulled. Sorry for the graphic description. But that's basically what happened. That's how I envision it. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart. Those guys are allies, and I don't know what as I said, the United States is gonna, let's go, hurry up. Look for the truth and be just. See you in a minute.